Welcome, 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 welcome to the Dray way. Yes, we are just 7 days away. 7 days away from the election. And if you notice, I am inside. I am inside because outside, yeah, it was a little cool today. It was a little cold, so I thought I'd bring the party inside and give the show a little warmth because it's cold outside. But I want to get the show started before I really dive into because we're going to have a great show today. Let me first tell you we're going to have a great show, but there's something that we need to talk about right from the get-go. And I'm talking primarily to women this time because I want you to understand what is going on. And I want to make an early prediction. And I'm not even talking about this election. I'm talking about, I want to make an early prediction for the next election. All right. And you're saying, why are you talking about the next election? Because I want you to know what is at stake here. I want women to really understand what's about to happen. Because if you look at the numbers, we have almost 50 million votes to look at. We can look at 50 million votes right now from across the country. And I'll tell you, I have spent time. I spent most of the day yesterday dissecting the votes in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, because that is the blue wall. And I'm going to be talking more about that blue wall shortly, but that's not where I want to go with this right now. What I want to talk about is what's about to happen in this election and what it means for the next election. Because I want you, as women, I want you to understand, I don't think sometimes the history has been told, or the history of how women got to vote, the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. Women got the right to vote in the 19th Amendment in 1920. Now that sounds like a really, really long time ago, but it wasn't. And when I say it wasn't, I can remember talking to my great-grandmother about it. I was a little boy, but my great-grandmother made a big deal about the fact that women could vote because when she was a young woman, it was not guaranteed. As a matter of fact, what happened is women had to fight for decades to get the ability to vote. And women were harassed. Women were pushed around, beaten up. Women went through, tried starvation techniques to get the vote. I mean, it's not often talked about, but a lot of women went through awful, awful circumstances just to get the right to vote. Check up on your history and see just how bad it was and for how many decades it took place. Because it wasn't just like everybody said, oh yeah, let's let women vote. No. It was fought tooth and nail for years and years and years. And that's because men simply didn't think it was a woman's place. And you're thinking, well, that was a long time ago. That would never happen again. I'm here to tell you it's in jeopardy. And when I say it's in jeopardy, and I'm saying that because what's about to happen in this election, what's about to take place, what's about to happen in this election is unlike anything we've ever seen. As far as more women than ever before, more women are going to be voting for Democrats, and Republicans are going to know that. And just so let me ask you a question. Do you think Republicans are going to be like, well, women in overwhelming numbers voted for Democrats this time. I guess we'll have to change some of our thoughts and opinions and change. Yeah, that's not happening. I want you to understand that is not happening. But what is going to happen, what I'm going to give you some perspective on is that, and don't think it can't happen because it's only been 100 years you've been allowed to vote, women. It's only been 100 years. And if you think it can't be taken away from you, think again. Because that's the plan. Because when Republicans see that women in overwhelming numbers are voting for Democrats, what do you think the solution is? Because we both know they're not going to change their opinion on anything. They're going to make it harder and harder and harder for women to vote. That's what you have to look forward to. And don't say it can't happen. Don't say, oh, that'll never happen. That was a long time ago. History never repeats itself, huh? Is that what you want to stick to? Good luck with that. Because just so you know, women, they're coming for your vote. They can't do anything about it this election, but they're certainly going to see the numbers. And when they see the overwhelming numbers, because let's make it perfectly clear, women are voting for their own self-interest, and rightfully so, because one side is attacking women's bodily autonomy and one side is not. But they're not going to change their view on attacking women. They're going to continue to attack women and try to control women. And now the next thing is, especially after this election, they're going to try to control your vote. That's right. I know it sounds crazy, but next they're coming after your vote. Because look, have you read Project 2025? Have you read the Republican playbook? Have you taken a look at it? You haven't? Well, take a look at page 455. All right? I'm going to tell you exactly where to go. And you don't have to believe a word I'm saying. You can go check. Go look at Project 2025. Read page 455. Yeah, the whole part where the Republican Party wants to start to monitor your pregnancy. They want to monitor, and if you have a miscarriage, you better have a good reason why. Otherwise, you could literally find yourself in jail. You think I'm joking? I'm not. Look at page 455, read it, and let me know what you think. The comments. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. I know I'm starting off heavy here, but we got a big show, and I want you to realize what is at stake. I want you to realize exactly what's going to happen after this election, because make no mistake about it, women are stepping up and stepping out. You can look at the 50 million votes and you can go, oh my gosh, women are stepping up. Yes, whether it's Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, women are lining up and voting blue. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. But before I get carried away, let me know what you think in the comments. We have a lot more show to go. Stick around. Like I said, I did a deep dive into the 3 states that I think are extremely imperative that no one seems to talk about. And after doing the deep dive and after taking a look at the numbers and really going through the numbers in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, I can unequivocally tell you 7 days away. We are 7 days away from this election. I know it's hard to believe it's all going to be over in a week, isn't it? Yeah, but this is what I can tell you. Without question, without doubt, Harris is going to be your next president because of the blue wall. If you look at the votes, if you look at where the votes are coming from, if you look at Ann Arbor, Michigan, for example, that county, Washtenaw County, that county votes extremely blue. And we're talking about close to 50-point difference between blue and red. Yeah. And Ann Arbor is showing up and showing out in huge numbers. And guess who's primarily voting? Women. Yeah, women over and over. No matter where you look in Wisconsin, the Wisconsin numbers are huge. Michigan numbers are huge. And guess what's leading the way? Women, women, and women. So with that being said, with those numbers coming in at huge, record-setting numbers, that only means one thing. That means overwhelmingly, Harris is going to win not only Wisconsin, but Michigan and Pennsylvania. And there is nothing the Trump campaign can do about it, and they know it. And they know there's nothing they can do. So with that being said, with me saying that I want you to understand from an electoral college standpoint, she's at 270. The election is over. And I'm saying that because, of course, we all know. I know what you're gonna say. You know, we got to get out and vote. We got to get out and vote. Of course, you got to get out and vote. But the numbers are the numbers, and what she has locked in right now is a huge gap in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. And can that gap be overcome? No, no. She's going to win those 3 states, and those 3 states alone are going to put her over at 270. So I know I've been talking about this a lot, but I just want to reiterate for all of you that I've done the numbers, I've done the research over the past 2 days, and there's just simply nothing the Trump campaign can do. But I mean, you can see what the Trump campaign is trying to do. I mean, the Trump campaign isn't trying. Tell me how the Trump campaign is trying to reach out to women or reach out to Hispanics or people of color. What has been the reach out to that group or those groups? None. Not at all. I mean, how can you even suggest that they're reaching out to women in any way, shape, fashion, or form? They're not. How about Hispanics? Yeah, let's not even go there, right? And how about people? They are offering nothing to people of color or women. They got nothing for you. That's because the Republican Party doesn't care about you at all. There's only one party that has a plan, and that is the Democratic Party. Now, I know we have a lot more to talk about, but I just wanted to put that out there, and I just wanted you guys to have some type of relief that 7 days out from this election, Harris is going to win. And there's not anything the Trump campaign can do about it. But what the Trump campaign is now doing is just raising up their rhetoric, raising up the fear, raising up, and that's one thing I didn't even talk about. I rarely talk about it. And I notice other shows on TikTok and other shows on YouTube, they don't talk about it either. But, a report just came in today. Consumer confidence is soaring. Consumer confidence is the highest it's been in years. But does anyone talk about that? Especially on the Republican side. On the Republican side, all they talk about is things are terrible. Things are awful. The economy is terrible. Yeah, it's not true. It's not true. Consumer spending and consumer confidence is soaring. Consumer confidence is the highest it's been in several years. And as a matter of fact, one of the lead indicators of, because everybody on the Republican side wants to talk about a recession, and they have an index that if it's under 80, they say, ooh, we could be, if it's under 80, we could be heading for a recession. That index number now is over 89. It's nowhere near recession level, nowhere near it. So the only people talking about recession, the only people talking about how lousy things are Republicans. And they're talking about how terrible things are because their life is terrible because they're filled with hate. That's their issue. That's their problem. Their life is their life, and it's everybody's fault. I'm not a rich billionaire like the other. I'm not Elon Musk, and it's somebody's fault. Yeah. So I just wanted to get that out in the air, because so many times everybody's talking on YouTube and TikTok, and you see this down, and there's so much crime's down. Consumer confidence is way up. The NASDAQ right now is at the highest it's ever been. So I just don't know what people are talking about. They just want to make the country sound so bad. Have you ever heard Republicans talk so much trash about America? Because every time they talk about America, for some reason they use the word trash. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever seen a political party ever call the country over and over again garbage or trash? Let me know in the comments, because I've been around a long time. I've never seen a party consistently call America trash or garbage. Yeah, I've never seen it before. But let me know what you think in the comments. We got more to come. Thank you so much for joining me on the Dray Way. I love that you guys are here. We're 7 days away from the election. I love the fact that many of you have counted me all the way down from 50. Here we all the way are down to 7 days. I want to give you some announcements of what's coming up soon. Every single day we're having a show. It's Good Morning Las Vegas poolside. Yeah. And it's every morning. You can check it out on TikTok every single morning at 7 a.m. Pacific. That's right. You can see this mug right here every morning live at 7 a.m. over on TikTok. And at night, in the evening at 6 p.m. Pacific, for subscribers to TikTok, if you subscribe on TikTok, subscribers get to see a live show once again. And that is every single day. And I got a big announcement coming up in about 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, I know it's the Dray Way, but in 6 weeks, it'll be my own podcast, The Dray Way Unchained. Yes, I know, Unchained. That means anything goes. That means everything and anything goes. So that's what's going on. I love the fact that you are here for the Dray Way. I love doing the Dray Way show. You're going to notice over the next few weeks, but between now and Thanksgiving, you're going to notice some changes in the show. Hopefully you like those changes. I'm just going to try to make the show better and better. I thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and make sure you get the alarm bells or whistles or whatever that stuff is so that you know when a new show drops, because a new show drops every single day. That's right, the Dray Way, every single day. That's the show, guys. 7 days out. Make sure you go check me out on TikTok. I'm live twice a day. And don't forget, every day is the Dray Way right here. And tomorrow will be just 6 days out. 6 days out. Don't forget to vote. It's that important. Please don't forget to exercise your right and vote. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow on the Dray Way. See you later.